Welcome to my weekly spiel. Welcome to my weekly spiel. Yada yada blah blah blah. Yada yada blah blah blah. It's time for Margaret's weekly spiel. Greetings and salutations. This is Margaret Franklin of Margaret Franklin Creations. Hope that you are having a good day. Oh, it's been crazy around here. My husband's nurse didn't come until 2 o'clock. I thought I'd never get my latest quilt squares ironed because I use the ironing board in his bedroom and I have to wait until she's out of there working on them so I have the space to put the ironing board down and yada yada yada. Anyway, I am almost finished this quilt. And down to the last row. These are 3 out of 5 of the last squares. This is the one that took me forever. This is the one I finished a few days ago, and this is the last one I finished, and I've got 2 more to go after that. It will be a surprise when I show you. This is my cookie cow's wall hanging. These were from actual pictures of cookies that someone posted on Facebook. I guess they're gingerbread cows with beautiful frosting designs. And wow. I thought they would be so much fun to embroider on quilts. Somewhere there's an elephant. I'll go through that later. Right now I want to talk to you about the subject of mental health. At around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, just after I took my medication, the phone rang and it was Cam H. And I had a wonderful chat with the lady because I guess I took not a survey, what do you call those things again? I signed the petition about more adequate mental health because, like, the system is crumbling all around us. People don't give a hoot. Nobody really cares about mental health. It's a serious issue, and it's gotten worse since the pandemic. It's gotten worse since more people have been more open about it and not try to hide it. And believe me, how can you fake something like this? You'd be hard-pressed nowadays to find someone who isn't on some kind of medication. If not for mental health, then cholesterol, high blood pressure, whatnot. I'm on so many meds, I am like the old lady who swallowed a fly. And a couple of my best friends suffer with mental health issues too. And the average income that people on disability are allowed to have is $1,100. The average apartment is way more than that, which is bloody ridiculous. So either give us more money or lower your rates, because well, my friends, they want to get a place together that they can afford to share. And Jeanette, she has to be out by the end of April. They have raised her rents, and the building's falling apart anyway. Ever since the new management, there's been construction, and cockroaches keep creeping into the place. Nothing to do with being dirty. It's just that with the construction going on, the cockroaches are looking for a place to go. And the first time Jeanette had the problem dealt with, they kind of half-assed it, and the cockroaches came back, and now they're back again. And I'll be so glad when she and Jan find a new place. Jan is in Alberta at the moment, in Edmonton. She had to go back to her ex-husband's place to get the rest of her stuff and decide what stays and what goes. I wonder, I should have asked her about her recording studio, because before she met Fede, and I think while she was still moving in Toronto, while she was still living in Toronto, she had a windfall and she bought herself some recording studio equipment, and I don't know if she ever got to use it. It would have been fun, but I can understand if she's had to sell it or give it away because she might never use it again. But music was the love of her life. Before her aneurysm, she was a teacher. She knew how to play just about every kind of musical instrument. And are we still talking here? Yes, because last week I made a video and my battery crapped out after only 3 seconds. Maybe there was stuff I wasn't supposed to talk about. Oh, well, we've really been struggling lately, and we could really use your prayers with Jan and Jeanette looking for a new place. And On a lighter note, did I ever tell you the cottage cheese story? Yeah, I know I'm changing the subject. I don't know which is funnier, the story itself or some people's reaction to it. I remember when Jeanette and I, back about, would it be nearly 30 years ago, when we lived in Lindsay? No, not Lindsay, Toronto. We went with our church group to Niagara-on-the-Lake, and we were having dinner at the golf club when I told them this story, and Walter, he was laughing so hard he had tears in his eyes. I was telling them about the time I was in high school, and my friend Sharon and I, we had a garage sale. I could kick myself because I sold some of my old Bay City Roller albums. I've bought them back in years since then, but we celebrated our windfall by going out for lunch at this place called Sunshine's at the Bayview Plaza. It used to be the place to go. It used to be so good. They had a wonderful salad bar called The Market, and the place was crawling with oodles of gorgeous college students, like gorgeous guys. And we're trying to be really cool and make a good impression, and it had been my second or third trip to the salad bar, and I had cottage cheese. Their cottage cheese was so good. And my mouth was full of cottage cheese, and I felt like I had to fart. And I'm hoping that the feeling will go away. Just as the waiter asks us if everything's okay, and here my mouth is with cottage cheese, and I feel this fart going on. And the feeling, I silently pray to myself that this feeling goes away, and it did. And I heaved a sigh of relief. I went, whew, and sprayed cottage cheese in my friend's face. And both she was laughing so hard. Oh, so much for trying to make a cool impression. And that reminds me of the time Sharon and I went to see Close Encounters, and there's this guy in school she had a huge crush on, Ronnie Rout, and she was too shy to talk to him herself, and she wanted me to say hi for her, and my mouth was stuffed with popcorn, so I was like, oh, well, aren't the flowers lovely for this time of year? Not. I am so sick of winter, I tell you what. And Dave and I are going to a show on Saturday. We're going, not the Super Dogs, Canine Circus at the Regent. So we have to go to the bank in the morning because Dave's got to get this rent money organized. And then, like, we're going to take a cab there and have them wait for us, take us downtown. Passport funding will reimburse me for my cab. And we'll probably have lunch either at the White Apron or the Rainbow. I could go for some blueberry pancakes. And the show starts at 1. I've got tickets for a few shows this season. In May, Jeanette and I will see what do they call it? Chicago Transit, the Chicago Tribute Band. Our old friend Bob McAlpine plays guitar for that group. You may know him better as Ace from Kiddio back in the day. I wonder if he still remembers us. Probably. Cringe. And I think before that even, like that's the end of the month, before that even, Dave and I are going to see Beatlemania. I can remember when Beatlemania did continuous shows at one of the theaters in Toronto, and they had tickets for shows every day except my birthday. They had that day off. That was a real bummer. So now I finally get to see Beatlemania. I seen another tribute band back in the 80s called 1964. A bunch of friends and I saw them at the Armories in Lindsay. Anyway, I think I've been talking long enough, so I will let you go. I want to say hello once again to my friends in Nova Scotia at Dirty Nellie's Irish Pub. My mind is blanking out on me. You guys are great. Thank you for your support. I'll talk to you again real soon. Bye-bye. Be back soon. Thanks for watching Weekly Spiel.